Hello everyone and welcome back to iRead'em, your only channel you actually need for all of your Reddit content needs, because we post every single day here. Yep, isn't that just amazing? Anyway, today we have another video on the subreddit r/ProRevenge, but before we start, can you guess what I'm going to say? Is it A, subscribe, B, subscribe, or C, subscribe? That's right, it's D, subscribe. Before you start, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell icon, comment down below anything, and I'll probably reply, and like the video for more videos. Check out the Instagram page too and the merch store, blah blah blah. Anyway, let's get on with the video. No changes can be made without the account holder. Malicious Compliance thought this belonged here, and a power-tripping mod over there decided to remove the original post after breaking his own commenting rules and getting called out. Yeah, I don't use Reddit that much, but that is kind of annoying how lots of moderators think they're really, amazing people because they've got such power over, these literally online subreddits, so it's just annoying. A recent story reminded me of this act of malicious compliance by a family member. This family member's spouse was involved in an accident that left them critically injured. They were in ICU for months and faced permanent disability on returning home. They didn't want to leave their home. It was close to the best hospital in the region, and it was their forever home. So plans began to renovate it for accessibility. In addition to the renovations, a wheelchair van was going to be needed along with other medical equipment for home use. As she worked on all of this, it was clear that large expenditures were going to be needed, and it was going to take some time to draw money out of long-term savings and retirement accounts. So I called credit card companies to get their limit increases. Sadly, before the renovations were complete, her spouse passed away after almost 6 months of hospitalization and therapy. Now attention turned to final arrangements. The couple had always been very frugal and maintained nearly a perfect credit score. All cards were being paid on time, and despite carrying a balance on some cards from the construction, demolition had already started, so renovations had to continue, but at a slower pace. Money was now coming in from those long-term savings. The problem is, one major credit card company refused to work with her. She tried to access the account and was told, "Sorry, I have to speak to the account holder." She explained that her spouse had passed away and she was wanting to pay what was left on the card. She also explained that she was an account holder. Evil Bank stated that she was not on the account, she was a mere card holder and she had no right to the account. The person on the phone explained that her husband opened the account without her and just gave her the card. She just didn't understand how credit cards worked. A bit rude, but also, you'd be surprised how not very well run some massive, big companies are, like these credit card companies. Come on, they're worth, some of them are well worth billions, aren't they? And they can't even do simple things like this. What if one person dies? What happens to the credit card and all of that? And then also, while this person is, feeling pretty horrible because she just lost a very close relative, and then she's got to deal with all of this too. So it's really not run well. Yes, Evil Bank just sums it up. This was a lie. The couple had always been joint account holders on everything since they were first married for exactly this reason. They had done extensive estate planning and made sure that all their assets were protected in trust should the worst occur. They knew their kids would be cared for, and their partner would also be able to access everything. Also, she ran the couple's business for over a decade, navigating a sea of regulations, insurance company billing, and payroll/finances, taxes. Needless to say, she did not enjoy being condensed to. Unfortunately, Evil Bank would not budge. They would not allow any access to the account for any reason, but for some reason they didn't cancel the card after finding out the sole account holder had passed away. This back and forth went on for weeks with multiple calls to the Evil Bank and trying to escalate the issue to supervisors to address the state of the account. I wonder if they're just trying to do this because they want to rack up some interest on the account, which is pretty horrible. Of course, depending on the credit card, the interest rate could be, well, I said they have a good credit score, so I doubt it's very high, but still, you all know that credit cards, they do have high interest rates anyway. So imagine if they had a decent balance on that month left over because of, the construction work, and then they get, with a load of interest on top of that if they miss a payment. So, Yeah, again, Evil Bank just sums it up really, doesn't it? In a final attempt to show Evil Bank that they were hurting themselves by this, so I'm unable to access any part of the account, even to make a payment. Evil Bank, that's right. So this account is going to be closed. Evil Bank, no, only the account holder can do that. Even though the account holder is dead? Evil Bank, only the account holder, ma'am. So what does that mean for card holders and being able to charge on the account? Evil Bank, only the account holder can deactivate a card or modify the account. So what happens if a card holder uses their card? Evil Bank, they can continue to use a card until the account holder tells us otherwise. The deceased account holder. Evil Bank, yes, I can't help you with anything else. You need to put the account holder on the phone, okay, if you want to change anything or make a payment. No, that's fine. She broke down crying immediately after that, but decided that they set the rules so she would play by them. Guys, I think I know what's going to happen. Is she going to try and, because now it's saying that the bank said that, she could technically surely she could just spend a load of money and then wouldn't have to pay it off, because that's literally what they just said. All the final expenses, medical bills, and as much construction costs as possible were also put onto that credit card. She maxed it out and then let it sit until the credit card company started calling her for payment. I'm sorry, per your policy, I'm just a card holder and I'm not responsible for any balance. Ma'am, the balance needs to be paid or it will affect your credit. It better not, I'm not on the account. This is an illegal collections call and I will be reporting it to the FTC and the Attorneys General in your home state and mine. I still have this number on speed dial. You can make your case to the court. She was used to getting medical insurance companies to pay claims for the last decade or so you didn't want to play hardball with her. Remember how all the assets were in trusts? On paper, her partner had no assets to place a line on. All the cash in the joint checking account had been used to pay expenses for. The last several months and withdrawals from long-term savings were sent to her account, not the joint account. They had agreed to move all exposed assets shortly after her partner regained consciousness, fearing the worst. Plus, all the income from the business had been brought home in her name for more than a decade, so she would actually get some kind of social security payment when she got older. So not only did his estate have no assets to go after, he didn't have an income for the last decade. Evil Bank was left with a maxed out credit card and no assets in the estate they could file against for payment. The handful of other credit card companies worked with her to raise limits temporarily or remove daily spending caps for large expenditures, and they were all paid without a single missed, late or partial payment. Evil Bank had to eat a 5-figure loss, all because they decided that wife didn't deserve to be on the account from day one. Well, okay, that was actually, I know it isn't the end of the story yet, but that was actually pretty good. I was going to say, like, I wonder how much it was, but 5 figures, I mean, that is a significant amount. But banks are really, really wealthy, so I mean, it won't even scratch them, but of course, this can't happen all the time, otherwise it would. But still, it's so good that she got her revenge, and, well, technically got all that stuff for free. She had every intention to pay every bill and expense. She's never been one to try to scam or cheat someone. She gave Evil Bank every chance to accept money for the bill. They repeatedly refused to acknowledge her as a spouse or executor. But she sure liked the irony of the only company that refused to acknowledge the death of the spouse ended up paying for the funeral expenses. Okay, so that was the end of today's ProRevenge story and final thoughts. Yeah, that was actually quite a good story. Apart, it was sad that she lost, the most important person in her life, you could say. But at least she, imagine if this didn't work out and you got landed with, all his credit card debt or something, I don't know, something else happened, and then all of that to worry about on top of grieving too. So at least she got her revenge, which was good. And so Evil Bank got what they deserved, and yeah, she got everything paid for too. And so that is the end of today's video, everyone. But wait, don't leave the video yet. I know you're gonna click off, but stay there. Okay, now scroll down and please click the like button, see, make it turn blue. Then if you're not subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. And then, well, if you want to, you can click the bell icon. This means that you won't miss videos from me, because YouTube is rubbish at telling subscribers when I actually upload a video. You can see that by how many views some of the recent videos have been getting. So please click that too. And also, well, why not just comment down something and I will probably reply to it. Yeah, because we don't get many comments, so I can probably reply to all of them. And check out the Instagram. I still think no one's followed that, which is, amazing, so please check that out. And I don't think there's point saying this, but check out the merch store too. Still waiting for that sale. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you have an amazing day, and if you're bored, watch my other videos, and goodbye.